is an extension of the MIS. It is not a new one, but is an extension of the electronic mail, communicating with others through the help of a mail. Along with that, it helps in improving the productivity of managers. Since what does the business expert system will do is, it will analyze the data, process the data, problem, or it can explain the problem to the expert through the business expert system, and he will suggest you. Hello students, welcome to the next session of Management Information System. I am Dr. Soumyashree from Department of Computer Science, Vidyashram First Grade College. In this session, I'll explain about the cost-benefit analysis using the MIS or the IS or Information System. Okay. In this, we have left with few of the concept of classification of the management system, isn't it? Information system classification we studied in the last class. But in that, we haven't covered all the classification, isn't it? We have covered only transaction process system and decision support system and the management information system. Let's move on to the next type of information system that we can use in our MIS. The system is the executive support system. What is the use of executive support system? Why do you need these executive support system? Okay, it is in short called as the ESS or executive support system is an extension of the MIS. It is not a new one, but is an extension of the management information system, which is somewhat similar but is somewhat different from the decision support system. It is somewhat similar to MIS, extension of MIS, but the functionality of ESS is similar to DSS, that is decision support system. Then what is the functionality that an executive support system will carry is, it is made, or ESS is generally structured for the use of the CEO or Chief Executive Officer of the organization to support his decision making, isn't it? CEO is at the top level of the management. He must have or he will have special responsibilities and exclusive responsibility meant only for the post of the CEO, isn't it? So he'll be having managers, assistant managers in different levels of the departments, and an executive manager upon all those managers, departmental managers. On top of the executive manager, you may have some other functional managers or you may have any designation. But at the top position, who will get is the Chief Executive Officer. So he'll have some more provisions, some more responsibilities, exclusive responsibilities meant only for the CEO. The normal decision support system is developed to support the management level at the middle level. Okay, management or managers at the middle level. But who is going to assist the top level manager or chief executive is the executive support system. How it will help the executive manager or chief executive of the organization is, he has to collect the information from all the branches of the organization, isn't it? So he has to plan, he has to execute the strategies, he has to check with the progress of the work he is going to do. He has to control all the tasks in the organization. Overall, the responsibility of entire organization will be in the hands of chief executive, isn't it? If he has so many responsibilities, he need to have special provision in the MIS. That means he needs some more assistance, extra assistance from the information system in making any special decision. So this executive support system is designed to support or provide the information needs of a chief executive officer, keeping in view not only his requirements, what he needs to take a decision. Apart from that, taking into account his personality and style of functioning. So CEO post is based on the individual's capacity, isn't it? Managers are controlled by the CEO, but there may be no one above the CEO. He may be the top one. That means he needs a support from the system, not only in collecting the information, but he must get assisted with the executive support system according to his personality, what he thinks. If there is a complex situation, what does CEO of this personality thinks about that problem? Because every individual is different, isn't it? What I may feel may not be felt by someone else who is sitting in the same position. If I am today in 2015 or 16, I am there in the Chief Executive Officer post, I may take a decision. When in 2017 or 18, the post has been occupied by someone else, he may think that the decision taken by me is wrong or is not perfectly correct. He must have to change because his thinking is different from the previous CEO's thinking, isn't it? So the executive support system, along with helping the provision of information in making a decision, it also has to study the personality. What is the personality of a CEO? What he thinks. If this situation is there, what may be his thinking about this complex situation? This personality must also be assessed by the support system. And how does he functions? How does he execute that plan? If you have a plan, if the CEO has a plan, how does he is going to execute those things? Again, thinking and execution may be different and definitely different from one person to one person, isn't it? Like we have the teachers. Even though the subject is same, teaching method of the subject by different teachers will be different, isn't it? Even though we have the same question paper, the answer given by the students will always be different, isn't it? Without taking the notice of copying the answers. If we consider that everyone gives an individual answer, if we have 60 students in a class, all the 60 students will have different answers, isn't it? Like that, the CEO's decision support and the personality support and functioning support will be done by the executive support system. The next category of classification of the system is the office automation system. What does this office automation system is doing is, it refers to application of computers and communication technology for office functions. This is all about making everything that is going on in a manual manner or manual method to be made computerized, which is automation, automatically doing everything. All the tasks will be calculated. If you provide the number of days the person has worked, number of leaves he has taken, the payroll will be calculated perfectly without the necessary deductions, necessary additions to the salary, like if he has done overtime. So all those facilities will be automated. You need not to calculate everything. And he is in a position that he has to file the income tax, deducting the amount. The income tax must be filled by that person. So everything will be taken care. Just few things you have to do is, you have to enter the number of working days, how many days he has worked and how many leaves he has taken. Everything else will be automatically calculated, isn't it? So if you take the finance and production department, so what you can do is just provide the requirements. The machineries will be automatically started by the computer. Now today computers are working in production department also. If you just switch on the computer and give a command, all the machines will be automatically started at a stipulated time by the computers. You need not to have the human intervention in this. Most of the machines will be automated and are connected through a computer. When you switch on the computer and pass the command through the computer to the machine starts working automatically. And if I say that the machine must start at this particular time, say 10 a.m., the machine has to start its working. If you give a predetermined time in the computer, so computer helps in automating this work. At 10 a.m. exactly the machine is going to start working. So this is all about the office automation system. Along with that, it helps in improving the productivity of managers. Since they get all the information at the fingertip, it will help in making a quick decision which increases the productivity and profit in the business. It can assist, the office automation system can assist at the different levels of management by providing the secretarial assistance. Secretarial, what is the job of the secretary or personal assistance is? Remembering setting the schedule of the manager, reminding them of the schedules they have been fixed, getting automated informations like giving informations when a manager asks for that, and writing down the commands given by the managers. These are all some of the functions of a personal assistance or the secretary, isn't it? So this assistance will be given by the office automation system. If you enter the details of the schedule you need to enter tomorrow, at 10 a.m. you have a meeting. If you have entered that in the computer, at 10 a.m. you may get a message or you may get a beep sound from the computer saying that you have a meeting, or there may be a pop-up in the laptop or mobile or computer that you have a meeting, please attend it. And if you just, with the help of a few clicks in the system, you may get all the information that you need. Okay, using the voice command assistance, you can deliver the command to the computer which accepts the input in the form of an audio and converts it into text and stores it, isn't it? So we have that same facility in mobiles also today. Voice command will be passed, and what voice command you have passed to the mobile will be captured by the assistant, Google Assistant or any voice based assistant present in the mobile, and will record all your instructions and works according to that, isn't it? So it can provide you secretarial assistant and better communication facilities. So it can better, through email, you can better communicate with the persons with whom you want to communicate. This is about the office automation system. Apart from that, the office automation system are the combination of the hardware, software and people or human in information system that process office transactions. It needs hardware and software, but to store the data and process it, you need a human, isn't it? So the office automation system consists of hardware, software and people, okay, that process office transactions. It is going to store all the office transactions and support the various office activities at different levels of the organization. All right. The next thing is, these office automation system include wide range of support facilities. It needs wide range of support facilities which include the word processing, helping in entering paragraphs, an entire novel you can write in the word processing, electronic filling using the Excel sheet to fill the financial related or monetary related details, electronic mail, communicating with others through the help of a mail, message switching, changing the message, exchanging the message between two managers of two different departments, storing the data. You can store the data in the computers instead of the files. Data and voice communication. Sending the voice command through the computer to your subordinates. This can also happen. So you can pass the command through the voice command that you have a emergency meeting at 10:30 a.m. Please assemble in the meeting hall. You can pass the voice command to the employees so that it will make it easier. Instead of sending an email or going personally or calling an attender and telling him that there is a meeting, call everyone. Instead of that, if you pass a voice command and it reaches everyone, your task will be made much more easier, isn't it? This is about the office automation system. Along with that, there are still a list of activities that you can list in the office automation system. One is typing anything, mailing, scheduling of meetings and conferences, as I already said, calendar keeping track of the working days, important events like birthdays of the employees, wishing them on their birthdays, employees' birthdays, retrieving documents in the secondary category. You have stored some 4 years back, getting those data from the server, conferencing. You can make online meetings with the customers or the clients. Today even office has shifted to home, so everything is done in a conference meeting. Then production of information, producing the relevant information based on the stored data. Then controlling the performance. How does the computer works as well as how does the office is working. Keeping track of the performance in the organization. Everything will be carried out in the office automation system. Alright. Next we have the business expert system. The business expert system is a knowledge-based information system. It is based on the knowledge that uses its knowledge. Why do the business expert system is going to use the knowledge is, it is going to use the knowledge about a specific complex application area to act as an expert. If there is any complex situation which has not happened in the past and is a new situation or new problem that has arisen in the organization, what must be done will be, suggestions will be given by the business expert system. So information is obtained to the business expert system. What does the business expert system will do is, it will analyze the data, process the data and analyzes it and gives you a conclusion or gives you a choice of decision you can make based on the stored data. Okay, knowledge is nothing but coming to a conclusion with the help of an information, isn't it, what we have. So knowledge will be provided by the business expert system. This system is one of the knowledge-based information system. This is based on the knowledge, based on the knowledge. How do you take the decision in this complex situation? Okay, this system provides decision support to the managers. We have decision support system, executive support system. Along with that, you have business expert system. What is the role of this is, decision support to the managers in the form of advice from an expert in a specific problem area. So you will be having the experts in that business support system, business expert system. You will be communicating with the experts in that relevant area. If you have any problem in the production or if you have any problem in the marketing, what you can do is, you can approach the business expert system. So it has a collaboration with the experts in the industry who are familiar for solving that kind of problems. What you can do is, with the help of the business expert system, you can take the suggestions from the expert. So they can guide you to resolve this particular problem. Okay, so this is the business expert system which helps in taking a decision not in a normal situation but in a problematic situation. So this business expert system help you to take the advice from an expert. Okay, so expert systems find application in diversified areas, different areas. What are those areas? Are medical. If you are having an hospital, you are running a hospital, you have bunch of doctors, but you got a patient whose features or whose symptoms of disease is unknown to us. None of the doctors in bunch were able to recognize what has been happened with the patient. And the situation is worse that the doctors in our hospital cannot handle the situation. What I can do now? What is the solution? One solution is he has to shift it to the better hospital, better level hospital. But time is very short. He cannot be moved. He is not in a position to move to the another location. We have to treat them here only. Patient has to be treated here only. What we can do is, we can take the help of an expert with the help of a computer. Today, as you know, we can do the video conferencing through the computer. With the help of an expert is going to analyze the symptoms and situation of the patient and comes to a conclusion that he has this particular problem. So you have to solve it like this. If he cannot come and solve it personally, he can assist through the suggestions. Okay, by viewing the reports of the patient, isn't it? So this is an example of business expert system. Engineering, in production department, there is some machine which has been halt by few days due to a unknown reason. None of the experts in the present organization was not able to solve that problem. It is still there and production has been stopped. So what I can do is, instead of taking the help of some expert may be in somewhere else in the globe. He may be in Europe, he may be in Australia, he may be somewhere in Delhi, and I'm working, my industry is in Bangalore. Nobody is able to come to my place and solve the engineering problem that I have in my organization. What you can do is, you can show the problem or you can explain the problem to the expert through the business expert system, and he will suggest you why the situation has arisen, what is the reason of the problem, and how you can resolve it. So this can be given by the business expert system. Okay. How do you combine these two is, you have a knowledge base and an inference engine which assists you. Will have knowledge and the engine, that is automation as well as manual knowledge, will gives you a user interface which possibly gives the solution to the new problem that has arrived in the industry. Okay. Next thing you need to know is the cost benefit analysis in information system. How does the cost benefit analysis can be done in an information system? Alright. So every solution or every proper solution will have some advantages. So it will have some advantages and some disadvantages. Advantages or benefits and disadvantages or costs. That is advantages and disadvantages of the information system. Alright. So these advantages and disadvantages are identified when each alternative solution is evaluated. You have to evaluate all the possible solutions that can happen in an information system. Okay, like how do you increase the sales or profit? How do you increase it? What are the solutions you can give for increasing sales or profits? Apart from that, decreasing the operation cost. What are the alternative solutions you can have? Then reduction in or reducing the investment cost for the industry. So you have to look the advantages and disadvantages between all these characteristics. Okay, let's check one by one. The first thing is selecting the best solution. The first thing you have to consider is how to select the best solution. So once all alternative solutions are listed out, the process of selections, you have to first list out all the solutions you can get. Among that, you have to select the best solution, which makes the work progress very fastly or efficiently and reduces the cost. Okay, both the progress or both the parameters must be considered while finding a best solution. Okay, alternative solutions are there. Every problem will have more than one solution, isn't it? There will be alternative solutions which must be compared to each other because they have been evaluated using the same criteria. Based on the same parameters, we are going to analyze different alternative solutions we got during a problem situation based on what is the best one. So best, how do you decide which is the best? To decide which is the best, you can't go for different criteria, isn't it? Based on quality, speed, all those criteria must be applied to all the alternative solutions, same criteria. Okay, it is possible that to decide to select the best solution to the problem using the same criteria. You have to use the same criteria to select a best solution from the alternative solutions. Okay, apart from that, we have the implementation of a solution. How do you implement a solution? The thing is, once a solution has been selected, once you have selected the solution, it must be implemented. You should not select a solution which may be implemented or may not be implemented. There are both possibilities. But what does the information system expects is, once you have selected for a alternative solutions, you have to implement it, and there must be proper implementation plan. If it is a long-term goal or long-term solution, you must have a proper plan how to develop the solution or how to implement the given solution. An implementation plan will specify the activities, resources and timing required for the proper implementation. What you need to do for a proper implementation. What are the parameters you have to select is the activities, how it is going to implement, the resources the plan needs, and what is the timing you need to execute. That plan will be of the utmost importance. So you have to take care of the process of implementing a selected solution. Next thing is to know about the review. You have selected a solution, you have implemented it. Next you have to view the effect of the implementation, how it has affected our organization, whether it is advantageous or disadvantageous. The final step of the system approach or analysis is that implemented solution have failed or passed in solving a problem for which it has been approved. The solution has been approved and is implemented. The next thing is to check what does our problem has solved or not. If it is still there, what is the conclusion is the plan we have selected has not worked and we have failed in selecting a proper solution. There may be different factors that help in success and failure of a solution. That is different. Okay, like weather, market condition, the situations, current situation, trends, change in market, everything will affect the implementation factor or result of an implementation. But what we have to do is to check whether the implemented solution has cleared the problem or failed to solve the problem. The results of implementing a solution should be monitored and evaluated with a number of parameters and with constant time duration. Okay. Otherwise, if it is a long-term solution, you may not get the proper result. What you need to do with the implementation, whether it is perfectly working or is not able to solve. If it is a long-term solution, say 3 years or 1 year, 2 years, you will not get the result immediately. You have to go on constantly checking for the result of the implementation. At the end of the 2 year or 1 year, you may get the clear picture of whether the implemented solution was successful or not. Suppose you have a hospital, you have had a new system, you have had new expert doctors, and you have new infrastructure established. And the solution, what you get, there is a problem. So a solution is there. You have to have a new branch of hospital. The solution is starting a new hospital. But the alternative solution, what you can do is checking the situation in that particular area where you are going to establish your new branch. Whether hospitals are there, whether experts are there, expert doctors are there in that area or in that city. If I start my new branch, hospital's new branch in that city or area, whether it can survive, whether it can compete with the other hospitals, whether patients are going to visit our hospital. All those things you cannot predict at the beginning. It will take some time, isn't it? It may take 1 year, it may take 2 years. So you have to make the result of implementation monitored and evaluated for continuous progress. Okay, this is called as the post-implementation review process. Post-implementation, after implementation, you have to review the result of the implementation. Okay, this is about the post-implementation review. Apart from that, we have the business strategies which must be applied for global market. Suppose if your organization is a multinational corporation that operates across products, markets, nations and cultures. Say suppose if you have a mall, you have a organization, MNC, you have a hospital and you have branches in other than India. You have university, your own deemed university, that university's branches are all over the world. What you are going to do? What are the strategies a business has to implement in a global environment? Everything will be different from product, market, nations and culture. Everything may be different, isn't it? Suppose if you have a mall, you have a mall in America and you have the same mall in India. Suppose we'll take the familiar one, McDonald's. McDonald's is in America. McDonald's is in India also. So it is spread over globally, isn't it? Entire globe has so many branches of the McDonald's spread over the globe, isn't it? So the operation process of McDonald's will be different in different nations. How they operate in America will not be the same in India, isn't it? What products they have in America will not be same that they are manufacturing in India. It helps or it takes the assistance from the market, how they were doing in the market. When in the beginning, when McDonald's came to India, there were so much of a situation that most of the people in India were used to have the homemade foods. They were not addicted to the ready-made foods or foods outside the home. Everyone was adopted to the home food, and the market analysts said that McDonald's may not survive in India because the people of India are different from people of America. Americans are adjusted to the outside food, packed food. They can finish their day with all packed foods. Breakfast with packed food, lunch with packed food, dinner with packed food, and snacks even with packed food. But the reverse of India is everything will be homemade, isn't it? Right from snack, breakfast, lunch or dinner. Everything what we prefer is we should be made in home with hygienic and clean hands, isn't it? The first prediction of McDonald's branch was that it may not survive for more than 5 years. So it may have to close the branch. What they did is they studied the market. Why people are not selecting the street foods or foods outside the home? Why they are adjusted to the home food? What we can make the people to come to our shop, come to our McDonald's branch. So they advertised it, marketed it, made a different type of marketing other than the America. So they studied the nature of the nation. How does the people are behaving in this nation? And what is the culture? So they tried to change the culture of the Indian people. So Indians. And Indians gradually started to get the taste of the McDonald's and addicted to that, especially young generation, addicted to the foods that are available outside the home, and they felt that it is much tastier than the food made by their mother or made in the home. This is how they said that our food is better than and tastier than the food that your mother has done. So they provided an impression to the young generation especially that the McDonald's product is superior than the homemade foods, and the people were addicted to that. So this is how the McDonald's get into the Indian market. Slowly what they did is they adopted to the culture, food culture of the India, and they combined Indian food like vada pav with the McDonald's burger and made it Indian. And so it said they have an Indian form of burger, Indian version of the burger which looks like a vada pav, which was very much famous in Mumbai streets. So they adopted their culture to the Indian to give an impression to the Indians that they are not different but are same as the Indians. And they got success in establishing themselves in the India. Okay. The global business strategy consists of the parent company and a group of subsidiaries. So when you have group of subsidiaries, you have to sit with each other and design a business strategy for global environment. Okay. They are geographically disraced, they are different, and each one may have its own unique goals, policies and procedures. What works in America may not work in Europe. What works in Europe may not work in Middle Asia, isn't it? What works in Middle Asia will not definitely work in India. So every nation has its own culture. The business which wants to spread globally has to study the culture of the nation, culture of the people, and has to make unique goals, policies and procedures for each different nation. Alright. Apart from that, the analysis must be made on multinational strategies. It was a type of hands-off strategy in which the parent branch allowed the subsidiaries to develop their own products and practice. So they have to adopt to the nation's culture and they must develop in that nation. Suppose making the product along with the Indian in India, making the product adopted to the environment of the China, environment of the Japan, food culture of the Japan, or food culture of the Europe. For every nation, it has to adopt and change the strategies of the organization. The information flows are primarily from the subsidiaries. We get the information. If I am working in a parent branch, I get the information from the subsidiaries to the parent branch in the form of financial reports. What is the benefit and loss that has happened in the particular financial year? So this analysis must be done by the subsidiaries and reports must be sent to the parent branch. Okay. So global strategy and international strategy is also has to be studied under cost benefit analysis. How do you have to implement the strategy globally or internationally? Some will be globally implemented, like the symbol of a logo of a McDonald's will be same whether maybe in America, in India, in Europe or Australia, wherever you go, the logo of the McDonald's remains the same. The ambience of the McDonald's may remain the same. The interior design may look familiar whether you go to America or come to India or you go to Africa, wherever you go. The interior design, logo, wall paints, everything may be similar. But the food they sell is with the brand name and is adopted to the culture of the nation. But the brand name is McDonald's. You may get the vada pav in the street of the Mumbai and same vada pav may be available in McDonald's with the brand name that it is a McDonald's product. But this is where the strategy differs. Some branch or in some aspects, the strategy differs. But in some branch, some strategies, some aspects, strategies will be same around the globe. So both must be done. You have to sell the product. Along with that, you have to sell the brand name, isn't it? They have to make this familiar that vada pav means it must be in McDonald's, not in the street. They have to develop the product as well as they have to develop the brand name, isn't it? This is about the cost benefit analysis in the information system. All right. Thank you.